All right, we are live again. I wonder if I can pull the chat up. Group chat. Choose links. Don't know what that is. Whatever. Okay, I'll get it pulled up on here. So come on. I'm not going to announce it on Instagram because hopefully y'all know the schedule by now. So yeah. Yes, I am eating potato chips. Okay. So let's go. Let's get some people in here. Remember, 10 o'clock. Maybe, somewhere in around there. And depending on when these storms come through, is depending on how long I stay on here too. So yeah. Come on, let's go. Come on, people. I shouldn't say people, my dear subscribers and new people that have not been on the channel. One viewer, let's go. Alrighty. Oh, it left? Really? They left, whatever. Fine. Come on. There we go. One viewer. Let's go. Why did I do that? I don't know why I just did that. That's not the chat. That's group chat. Nope. Jake Spees. Hello from Iowa. How's it going, Jake? Oh, well. I got two computers here. Let's see. Is there any corn or soybeans up there in the ground yet? Just wondering. It's chilly. Well, it's in the 60s here and getting down to the mid to upper 40s here. Well, it needs to be warmer though. Two people. Yep, several started corn last week. Well, that's good for y'all. It's still rain here. But the good thing is it's supposed to storm tonight and rain, and then it's supposed to be clear the rest of the week, hopefully. weather always changes, but hopefully it does clear up and we can hopefully get started burn down or whatnot. Because it was 2000 and no, it was April 24th, 2014 when we started corn planting. That was before I started YouTubing or whatever. Haven't started yet. Had mid-20s for lows last week. Ooh, dang. Yeah, we did have mid to low 30s here. What day was that? Wednesday and Thursday. We had a frost. Hopefully it didn't hurt anything, but hopefully not. It didn't hurt the hay ground is what I'm worried about. The hay ground is what we're worried about. Jim Pickus, we have 250 acres of corn in the ground and only 150 of anhydrous left. Making progress. Making progress. Wish I could say we can do the same thing. But luckily, we have made some progress. The hay wagons somewhat where it has started being built. What is burn down? Burn down is where you spray. It's for no-till ground. Instead of going up there and working up and turning over ground and working it, burn down, you spray gramoxone. Well, that's what we do. 2,4-D, anything you spray it, and it burns down all the weeds and grasses and whatnot. Then you can come through with your fertilizer and plant it. And usually the kind of spray we use, it's like 24 hours and it's brown. It is brown. That works good for us. What kind of chips? Ruffles. Regular, original. Couldn't find any dip, so it's just regular chips. Oh well. Oh crap. Tornado warning, Hart County until 7:55 p.m. Those of you that do not know where Hart County is, that is just south of us. E-Town's kind of in the middle of Hardin County. And you get down there, started past that, that's Hart County. Then you also have Greene and Taylor County. Do you use anhydrous? No, we don't. We don't use anhydrous. We haven't started planting corn because our John Deere 7330 is the main engine piston went to hell on it and went right through the side of the engine. Oh crap. Well, switch tractors. I mean, in a situation like that, I would, well, depending on if you got another powerful tractor to pull your planter, I would just switch tractors and get to it. If you're ready to plant corn. But dang, that's gotta suck. So 7330. Is that a 4 or 6 cylinder? I want to say it's a 6 cylinder. I don't know. Comment down there if it's a 4 or 6 cylinder. I'm not sure. Litchfield, Kentucky's getting hit hard. Millerstown, Munfordsville is getting ready to get it. Where's my mouse? There it is. Ah. Oh. 7 people. That actually escalated quicker than I thought. Dang. Tornado warning issued for Edmonson and Hart counties in Kentucky. Jeez. We're going to plant corn tomorrow with our 7520. Okay. Well, that makes, yeah, I mean, you can work on that tractor when you can, but if I were you and you're ready to plant corn, switch tractors. Let's see. Hardin County is under a thunderstorm watch. Yep, Hart County is under a tornado warning, which is directly south of us. What is your temps here? Past few days it's been 60s, mid 60s, mid to upper 60s in the daytime, and then mid to about mid 40s at night. It needs to be a little bit warmer for the ground to start warming up, but I think we are going to get it in the next week. Yeah, it's going to get back to the 70s for daytime. Oh, no, that's Cupertino. Yeah, well, yeah, 70s by Wednesday and 50s for lows by Saturday. So, yeah, that'd be good. Why do you make videos for YouTube? Well, I don't even really know. I mean, you can say it's sort of a hobby or whatnot, but I mean, my goal is people that don't really know about what goes on on a farm. They watch videos like this or watch videos like mine, and they get a general gist of what goes on. I mean, I'm nowhere near perfect. But it's just what I feel like is what I get out of it. So yeah. Oh man. Come on, comments. We always need comments. Is the fender fixed on the 6420? Actually, we are thinking about taking the other fender off for running this summer. Me and my uncle were discussing this, and it's not the first time that a fender has been broke off. So what we're thinking we might do, we might take that other fender off the left tire, and you can turn a whole heck of a lot sharper. I noticed it once that other fender broke off. I would make a right turn. I could turn so much sharper. It's like the 6310 now. 6310 doesn't have fenders. And so, I mean, really, we're going to try. I think it's what we're going to do. We're going to try running all summer long without the fenders. and that'll make it better for cutting hay and V-raking, because that tractor usually does V-raking. And okay, but yeah, we're gonna try running the without fenders on that tractor this year. Are you done feeding hay for the summer? Yeah, for the most part, we're done feeding hay. We still have, I mean, yes, the cows have green pasture and they do have good pasture, but we'll still sit out a roll just for them to have some. And plus, the hay we just now started feeding about probably a month ago or so. It's real rich. Well, not rich. It's good hay. It's good hay. And it'll make them milk better. So we still set out a couple rolls or something like that every now and then. But, I mean, for the most part, we are done feeding hay. And we still have extra hay left over, which is a good thing. Which is always a good thing. So, yeah. Brandon, there is a guy by me, and he farms 5,000 acres, and he plants with a 32-row John Deere planter. And his buddy that I know farms around 7,500, 8,000 acres. He has money. I run a grain cart for the guy that farms 5,000. Dang. Yeah, I always thought it'd be kind of fun to run a grain cart. Whenever we find a grain, we are looking for a grain cart anyway. So this fall we can actually weigh our grain instead of having to truck it, or not truck it, to have to haul it by wagon over to the fertilizer plant to weigh it and then bring it back unload it. We want a 500 bushel grain cart with scales and roll tarp. I mean, they're out there. We just want it to come closer because we want to trade a couple things on it. But yeah, I always thought it'd be fun to run a grain cart, which if we do get one, that's where I'll be, because we will put the dual wheels back on the 4455, and that's what we'll pull with it when we get one. The only nice thing about the fenders is they keep the mud off the tractor. Other than that, they're just in the way. That's about how I feel. I mean, you can wash the windows off whenever, in my opinion. You can wash the windows off easy. So that's the way I'll look at it. Prom. Man, that's all I'm seeing on social media. Nothing? Nothing in the comments? Come on. The one guy farms 6 sections, no joking. I run a 8310R and a J&M 1500 bushel grain cart. Are you freaking serious? And the farthest field is 4 hours with a tractor. The tractor goes 31 mile an hour. Right-hand IVT. That's the way to go. I mean, those IVTs are nice. If you ever run duals on your tractors, what will you pull the grain cart? This will be the, what is it? Third year. This will be the third year planting crops with the 4455. I think I said this in one of my first ever videos, but before the 4455, 3 years ago, we were planting with the 4055, and eventually my uncle wanted 4-wheel drive and more horsepower, really, to plant with. So before then, the 4455 kept the duals on year round, and we had a big 18, 20 foot folding Case International wing disc, which we only use like twice a year. So we disked with the 4455. Well, we got rid of the big 20-foot disc and got a brand new grain auger. So that left the 4455 open just to pull grain wagons in the fall. Well, we kept the duals on it. So when was it? It was 2012, I think, is when we started planting with it. So we took the duals off the 44 and put them on a pallet, put them in the barn. We still have them. We're not getting rid of them. We still got them. And we started pulling the planter with the 4455. And my uncle loves it because you got more horsepower and four-wheel drive in case you needed it. But since then, we have not had dual wheels on that tractor. And I just thought of something. The 7210, when my uncle bought it brand new in, I want to say 90, in the late 90s or whenever, it came with dual wheels. It had dual wheels. So we were running dual wheels on that tractor too. Well, and we did dirt work and stuff with it. Well, eventually we got better. We did better on our farming, no-till and whatever. So we didn't need those duals. So we got rid of those. In fact, they sit in the woods for about it's probably going on 4 or 5 years since we got rid of them. And so yeah, the 7210 was dual wheels, did run dualies. But anyway, when we get a grain cart, we will run it on the 4455 with the dual wheels. But we still got to find one first. You 100% no-till now? Yes, we still have a 10-foot disc. We will go out there, disc in washout spots and whatnot, and then come over with a coal mulcher and coal mulch it down, get it flattened out, and then come over with the planter. For the past 3 or 4 years or something like that, we have run completely no-till. We do have fields that we need to completely work up and plow it, disc it, coal mulch it, break it all up. We do have fields we need to do that too, but I don't know when that's coming. Not this year, but for the most part, we are just completely no-till. We no-till everything except what I haul manure on and new seeding alfalfa. Okay, well, seeding hay crops you pretty much have to work up. Well, I mean, we no-till what we haul manure on, but it's usually decomposed good enough we can run the planter over it, and it's not thick. We run it over thin. Fix this. That's a lighting issue. Oh well. So yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did I just say 11 people? Huh. I thought it said 11, then it went down to 7. Oh well. I run a I run a John Deere 9360R on a Brent 882 grain cart. Bit overkill much? That grain cart, what is it? That's just what, 880 some bushel, 800 some bushel. 900 maybe. Still, the only grain carts I've seen or know have run on a big articulated tractor was 1,000 plus. But you know, every farm's different. But I'm just saying. But must be nice. $850 bushel. Okay. Yeah. We're looking for a 500 bushel, 510 bushel, something like that. We did no-till for 2 years, and we didn't get the same amount of grain, but every 6 years, we no-till for one crop rotation, then go back to haul hog manure on the fields. We don't have that luxury of having crap ton of manure, and plus we have rolling hills, so if we worked up our ground, it would just wash away, which is the main reason why we do no-till. But I mean, if we were like in Iowa or Illinois, where it's just flat for miles, we would probably do tillage, but we're not there. We're in Kentucky. So will you post any baling vids? Yeah, I will. Don't worry. When hay season gets here, there will be hay. There will be hay content. But speaking of hay, if everything goes well, we should start middle of May, like the 20th or something, 20th of May, something like that. If the hay is good quality and everything's budded out and everything, orchard grass, alfalfa. But yeah. Don't worry, there will be hay content, baling, whatever. And I was up at the combine barn. I can no-till when I haul manure if I put it on thin. Usually we have to put it on so thick. I have to put it on thick so I don't have to haul manure so far from my barn. Well, that makes sense, but I mean, here is a cow lot. Here's a cow lot we will haul from. In the springtime, we haul manure. We come out of the cow lot, come onto the road, come down to the junction, turn left, go over a set of railroad tracks, and haul on that field. But I mean, yeah. We farm in Illinois and farm rolling hills and to tillage. Really, I didn't know they had hills in Illinois. I didn't know that. Oh man. Three weeks. Okay. And this ain't right. My laptop on Google Hangouts says 10 viewers. I'm on the main. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Took it a little bit to register. Come on, more comments. Love them. Iowa isn't all flat. My part of Iowa is hilly. That's why we no-till. And and saves fuel. Lots of guys do full-blown tillage, and their erosion is sickening. Yeah, I mean, doing no-till does save fuel, but in another sense, you almost have to do tillage every now and then to break up the ground. That's been no-till for years, which is what we do most times. Like, let's see. Last time we worked up all of our ground was probably 2000 and I'm trying to think now. 2009. It's either 2009 or 2010. We still had the big 20-foot disc because I remember all afternoon disking and coal mulching ground. In fact, I did a little coal mulching that day. But I mean, yeah. So probably in the next couple, 2-3 years, we'll need to do it again. We haul hog manure with, we haul manure, we 2014 John Deere 9410 Rs and 4 James Way's 9,600 gallon tanks. Jeez, how much hog manure do y'all have? Or how many hogs, I should say. We have took no-till to the next level and started using cover crops to hold the soil. We probably should do that, but in the fall we get caught up with harvest so much. And by the time we would get time to get done harvesting, because we do a lot of custom harvesting, it's already November, into November almost, and it's too late to sow a cover crop. So, I mean, that's the only thing with me, or not me, with us, maybe. And other benefits from cover crops. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe we'll probably look into that. I don't know. Personally, if I was the head honcho or whatever, I would try to sow cover crops on fields, but I don't know. I'm not head honcho. We used to use our 9410 on our grain cart. 410 horsepower. Jeez. Let's see, what's the new one? What's the new one? They got the 9620R, 620 horsepower. I get why they make those big of tractors, but really I would rather have, instead of one big John Deere 9620R, I would rather have two 8310Rs. Two tractors that equal two 620 horsepower, but they're more manageable. I mean, you cannot get a articulated tractor down the roads here. You cannot. And there's a couple guys down on Highway 62 that do have articulated tractors. I don't see how they do it, but oh well. We take care or to see 100,000, 150,000 head of hog and custom haul. Okay. About 55 to 60 hog barns takes us about a month to haul all the custom manure. I would think so. Dang. That's something I've never heard of, is custom manure hauling. I've never really heard about that. Huh. Let's see, what time are we at? 9:10. All righty. Need to quit eating chips. You could plant a rye cover crop in the fall and graze your cows on it the next spring before your pastures are ready to graze. Win-win situation all around. Not for everybody. Our crop fields don't have fences around it. So, and my uncle has talked about at his farm where the grain bins are, our spring cows are at. He's talking about those pastures need reseeding because the grass is starting to get a little thin in it. But the only problem is we don't have any place to hold the cows while the new grass would grow. So that's the only thing. If we kept them on it, they would just stomp on it and tear it up, and nothing would come up. So that's the only problem. And that would be a good idea. Seeding rye as a cover crop for your cows on crop fields, but most of our crop fields don't have fences around them. I mean, they did at one point, but since we got smaller in the cattle operation and bigger in the grain operation, we took up some of those fences. But oh well. Work never ends for me. Up at 5 a.m. Usually quit at 10 in the winter, but we haul manure, and I quit at 3 a.m. and start back up at 5:30. Dang. Grain carter quit at 12 a.m. and start at 4:30 a.m. to do all the hog chores. Whew. Dang. Oh crap, no fence, LOL. Yeah, I mean, that's the only problem. Most of our crop fields don't have fences around them, so that's the only problem. But getting back to the corn planting thing, I do know of one farm that started planting corn yesterday, Friday. One of my buddies, they farm about 1,200 acres. They run a Case International 7120 with an 8-row corn, 16-row bean Kinsey planter. They started planting corn yesterday. I don't know how much they did or whatnot, but I just saw his Snapchat story and Instagram post that said they started planting. Do you like Gleaner Combine? Never ran one. We never owned one. We got a neighbor over here that probably does tops of 100 acres. And it's probably a late 70s, early 80s model. It's like an F5 or something. A little 18, 20 foot grain header and a 4-row corn header. And while the rest of us are rolling on with cases and John Deere's, he's working on his, broke down something. So that just goes to show you there. And the bad thing is you can't get Gleaner parts around here. I think you have to go to a store up in Indiana to get parts, is what I heard him say last year, because he had to get a part. I don't hold me to that. I don't think that was right, but I think that's what I got. You don't graze corn stalks in the fall. We used to. Like I said, there was more grain fields that had Um, there was more grain fields around of ours that did have fences around them, and that bordered up to our pastures, and we would let the cows graze on there all winter long. But since then, we quit doing that, and now we just chop stalks. Chop usually. Well, we did get all the stalks chopped last fall. It's first for us. Usually in the springtime, we're chopping stalks. But yeah, we just do that instead. Um, so yeah, because of the fence issue. Gleaner, the silver cedar. LOL. You get the joke. I don't. I don't. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about Gleaner. What's your Snapchat name? I'm not giving it out. I don't give it out, or I don't give it out. I only give that out to my friends at school, and that's it. Not for YouTube and things. What do you think of the 6R series tractors? They look nice. They look nice. And eventually, when that 6420 is done for, that is what we'll probably trade it in on. Hopefully, if we got the money to do it. We have Gleaner S680 and Case IH 6088 combine, both great combines. Okay, so you're running a newer style Gleaner. Okay, the newer style Gleaners. I watched the unveiling of the S88 or the Super 7 series or whatever that came out this past year or the year before, something like that. It was on RFD TV, and they look nice. They look nice. But yeah, the 6R series tractors, they look nice. Especially get the IVT transmission. 10 people watching. That's good, good, good. All I'm seeing on Instagram is prom, prom, prom. It's prom for the 3 high schools in Hardin County right now, and a couple surrounding other counties too. And it's all seen amongst the farm pictures that I follow. Oh, and that's another thing. Just because I don't follow you back on Instagram doesn't mean you have to unfollow. I mean, I get people that do that. I have the app that tells me you unfollow me. And I mean, really, what's the point in it? I mean, you can follow me, yes. I just probably won't follow you back because I don't know you, but I mean, really? Little farming boy, how's it going? Oh, what are the ground conditions like here? Wet and cold. It's probably not cold, but it's not warm enough to plant. But wet and cold. My buddy has an S550 combine. They are nice little combines. What do you think of the S-Series combines? I wouldn't give you $1 for them. I mean, my cousin works at John Deere, and he says that's what he has to work on the most around here is the S-Series combines. They're horrible. Well, they're not horrible. They're good when they're working. That's what I'll say. They're good when they work. But he says they're a pain in the butt to work on. So I'll just leave it at that. But again, the S550, they only made it for 1 year. And then they said it's too small of a combine for too high of a price. Well, lower the price of the combine. The S550 would work great around here. You know, a Citro corn head and a 30-foot grain table. 25, I think, is what you can get. But What was I going with it? I completely forgot. But yeah, then they went to the S650. I mean, really, you changed one number. Oh, wow. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not really fond of the new S Series combines. They probably work good when they do work good. I'll ride by big farms around here that'll be running 12, 16 row corn heads and 40-foot platforms and be like, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to be that big, but just not with that kind of combine. But oh well. Do you bale corn stalks? What benefits do you see from chopping stalks if you leave them lay? We don't bale corn stalks. The benefits for chopping stalks. If you do it in the fall, they well, first off, if you chop them if you don't chop them next spring when you're planting, that's just another obstacle for your guide wheel on your planter to go through. And sometimes they're not sharp, so they won't cut it, and then your seed won't lay good, and that's one problem. If you chop stalks, that puts nutrients back. That puts some nutrients back in there. You let them rot all winter long, and it puts some good stuff back in the ground. But it's just what we do. Probably 3/4 of the farmers around here chop stalks. It's just a good what's that word? What's the word called? Conservation agriculture or something like that. I don't know, something like that. It's good for the ground and whatnot. We just do it because it puts good stuff back in the ground. It is prom in northwest Iowa, which is Ine County, Iowa. Well, all right then. 2 years from now, I'll probably be going to it, which I will, by the way, say I will show up in a tractor. There was one guy I know of that was supposed to show up in a tractor tonight at prom at my high school, but 2 years from now, when I go, I will be showing up in a tractor. Some people might not like that at school, but I don't care. We live in a farming community, and we might have 2,000 kids in our school, but they need to know we live in a farming community. Here, the local BTO got a fleet of S670s with 40-foot headers. They have no power, gutless. That's basically what I've heard. Really, a dream combine for me. The 9660, perfect. I love it. But 9770 STS. Just for some reason, those combines stand out to me. They just look nice. They perform well. Our neighbor got one last summer and ran it this fall. Said it was beautiful. But for some reason, ever since I've seen 9770s, that just stuck out at me for some reason. I don't know why. Or 9670 for that matter. I just don't know why. From here too in Franklin County, Indiana, I had a friend borrow my Dodge Cummins and all shined it up. Unbelievable. Never saw that truck so clean looking. Well, man, that's one thing. I could drive our Dodge Ram 3500, but it might not make it to Central Hardin, if you know what I mean. What time is it? 9:22. 10 viewers. So yeah. But yeah, some reason the S Series combines just, yeah, they stick out, but from what I've heard, they don't perform well. Jake Speece, well, I'm checking out. Take care. All right, Jake, we'll see you next time. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't know. I've only been at this for 50 minutes. Really? Well, it ain't been an hour yet. If we don't get too many more people in, I might call it an hour or something. I don't know. Before anybody asks, I have not done anything to the displays. Don't expect a video on it, is what I'm thinking. That's just a little hobby. I mean, whatever. When do you think you will be spreading fertilizer on crop ground? Whenever it dries up. This week is supposed to be sunshiny. Supposed to be sunshiny. Good temperatures. So hopefully by the middle or the end of this coming week, we'll be able to get out and start spraying and fertilizing and whatnot. We also need to finish hauling manure too. But we might not get to that this spring. We'll have to wait till fall. What is your dream vehicle? You know, I don't really know. I never really thought about it. You could take it anywhere. Dream truck, dream tractor. I'll tell you my dream truck. A brand new Dodge Ram 3500. Well, not 3500, 2500. Brand new Dodge Ram 2500. Might not be able to afford one, but the new Dodges just stick out at me for some reason. I don't know why. Anything with the modern EPA jump makes me nervous anyways. I don't think I'd be willing to spend that much money on one when there's just as good and probably more reliable ones for cheaper. That is true. But the thing is, you can only go so far with used equipment. You can only buy new used equipment for so long. It's like us. We're at the 6420. If we upgraded, it would go to a 30 series. And then after that, it'd be the R series. So, I mean, whatever. It's whatever. But I will say the stupid EPA emissions crap is plumb stupid. It might save the environment, but surely there has got to be a better way for tractor companies to make a good tractor that has plenty of torque, plenty of power, like the old ones, but that still have to abide by the emissions crap. But I don't know. I don't ever see it happening. And what's this I do here? I heard something about it today, that there's a piece of legislation in Washington, D.C. right now that if it gets passed, you won't be able to work on your equipment yourself. And for some reason, I hear John Deere's behind it too. What the crap is this about? This is the first I've heard about it today. No, that's just not right. If that's true, tell me in the comments if that's true or not. I've not heard anything about it except for today. Actually, I heard it from One of the Only Farmers live stream this morning. Somebody commented about it, and that's the first I heard about it was this morning when I watched it. What part of Kentucky do you live in? Hardin County, Elizabethtown, right dead center in the middle of it, give or take. What about dream tractor? I'd love to have a low-hour John Deere 7810 four-wheel drive with duals, or a 7R series tractor. For some reason, I don't know why. Have you got the planter out of the shed yet, or no? No. When we get this wagon built, I think we will hook it up and pull it out and bring it in the shop. Probably, hopefully, after we get the wagon built, we'll bring it out. Because hopefully at the end of this week, if the ground's warm enough and it's dry enough, hopefully we will. Same here. I'd love a brand new Dodge 1-ton 4-door single rear wheel, 6-speed, all the fancy crap, and it does everything but wipe your butt. Yeah, I mean that's just the new Dodges just look good. I don't know why. I don't like Ford. The new Chevys look like crap, even with the Wi-Fi built in. I just don't know why. I heard about that too just today from one little farmer. I wouldn't worry about it much. No way it could get anywhere. That's what I'm thinking too. There's no way it could get anywhere. But you see the idiots we have in Washington right now? I mean, if that got John Deere wants it to make so that you own the tractor, but they own the software in it. So you cannot do any electrical fixing, adding a chip, etc. Oh, okay. Adding a chip to add more horsepower. Automakers are doing the same thing. You can't work on your own cars. That was the main thing I heard about was automakers that were doing it. But then I heard something about John Deere was into it too. And that was like, no, I can't, no. That's just not right. But like SS Tro 08, as he said, it probably won't get anywhere in legislation. Hopefully not. But yeah. And he just commented, that is true about the idiots in Washington. Agreed. Yeah. Yep. 2016, where are you? No, 2017. 2017, where are you? Oh, and Apple tried to do the same with their products. They lost in court. Okay. Now with Apple, would that have anything to do with jailbreaking your iPhones, iPods, iPads? I feel like that's what that was about. Which, I mean, I thought about doing my iPod that, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out. But didn't do it, so I'm just still here. But yeah, I mean, surely that would never go anywhere. Oh, where are we at? 56, 58 minutes. So do you do any farming on Sunday? Weather permitting, we do. I go to church. I went to church. I go to church on Saturday nights. And usually we do farm on Sunday. I mean, farming's a 7-day-a-week job. You got to do it. Most of the time, like right now, it's not busy work, but still, we can find something to do. I'll mow grass or move equipment or something like that. Wash equipment, whatever. Speaking of that, I need a pressure washer 6420 whenever the pressure washer gets back to the shop, because it is still covered in mud. But yeah, we usually do farming on Sunday. And during the busy season planting, we plant on Sunday, cut hay making, harvest, everything. So, yep. Well, 7 viewers. Not as much as I thought there was going to be. Well, by the way, I'm gonna just check the weather, see what's going on. Whoa! Come on, old Windows Vista. That's right. This not the laptop. This other computer is a Windows Vista. Oh dang! All the rain's moving out. About done with. Now Tennessee has to worry about it. Sorry, Brandon Lamb, if you're watching. Here Sunday just means another day. Yeah, I mean, mostly it really is, especially with farming. I mean, if we were city people, we'd probably just be sipping lemonade, watching a ball game or something. Catch you later from Northwest Iowa. All right, we'll see you later, Brandon. Hopefully, I'll get started planting corn tomorrow. Yeah, I believe I might just sign off too. It's an hour and 1 minute, but there's only 10 people watching. So, unless anybody has anything to add in the comments, I will go ahead and say thanks for watching. There is a small, hold on, look it up. You guys get any storms over there? I was watching earlier. It looked like a ton of red on the radar earlier going south of the U.S. Hart County was under a tornado warning, which is south of Hardin County. The biggest threat, the storms that came through, was mostly hail and wind. Knock on wood, I don't think we had any of that. I think we just had rain and a little wind. But yeah, there is a video going to go up tonight, 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Not a big one, but it's about the wagon. Because the first video I uploaded was just a GoPro on the side of the wall, fast motion. Yeah. Oh, and it was fast motion, but you could probably hear some kind of music in the background, but you can't make it out. That was Leonard Skinner. Yeah, on the radio in the shop. But thankfully they didn't copyright it. But thankfully it was fast forwarded so you couldn't understand it. But I was just going to say it was Leonard Skinner. So, yep, video going up tonight later on. And I don't guess anybody else has got anything to say in the comments. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And, well, I guess I can say thank you. Thanks to everybody for the, how many subscribers do I have? We have missed like 5 storms that were supposed to hit us. They all went around, fizzled out. That's mostly for us. That's what happened here. By the time they got here, they just broke up and it was just mainly rain. I want to say thank you to my 761 subscribers. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. And like I said back in the wintertime, I want to be able to get to 1,000 subs by June, by middle of June or something like that. That'll mark a year since I've been vlogging or whatever about farming. I want to get to 1,000 subs by then, and we are on a good trend. So yeah, thank you to everybody. Thanks for watching. We will catch y'all next week in the live stream. So yeah, we will catch y'all later. All right, I need to stop this. How do I stop this? I'll stop broadcast. Duh.